collectors and Transformers enthusiasts. Today we're going to be taking a look at the recently revealed pictures for Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee movie Core Class Shockwave. Jumping straight into the DVDs of the video because this is almost too good to be true. This is a core class. What? What are you telling me? This is a core class figure? Why? What? Like, it looks so good, man. From top to bottom, this guy looks like a Voyager. Like, the sculpted in detail, paint distribution, movie accuracy. This guy is packing all of that. I know and I understand that the Studio Series has a little bit more budget to play with, and the core class figures for the Studio Series line are gonna be pretty much fantastic. But oh my god, I didn't expect this level of accuracy. And just this guy looks so good. I mean, in the photos he looked good, but now that you see him with some poses, with the weapons, with all that, with things that he can offer, oh my god, man, this almost seems unreal. This almost seems like a fake figure, but I assured you it is true. And the thing is, the first thing that comes in mind when I see figures like this, I'll be like, man, the back has to be full of gaps, no paint whatsoever, like just a complete mess, because they have to cut some budget on some parts of the figure. It cannot be full on perfect. Well, nope. As you can see, the back looks as good as the front, no gaps whatsoever. The paint distribution is decent at the very least, and you can see that he even has some sculpted in detail on the back, so I'm not complaining. This guy is pretty much perfect. It completely blew my mind that the core class looks so good. Now, one thing to mention is that in the beginning I thought the weapon itself was pretty much the whole arm, and it cannot detach or any of that, but no, that's the actual weapon, and it can be separate from the actual main figure. As you can clearly see, you can see the hands and all that. You can go ahead and put the actual blaster if you wanted to display with a blaster or without it. I'm gonna be displaying it with the blaster because that was the only way that we saw Shockwave on that awesome scene of pretty much 2 seconds, because that was the best seconds of my life, man. That whole scene was amazing, and as you can see, it looks fantastic, just amazing. Now, giving you guys a closer look so you can appreciate the sculpted in detail that this core class is rocking. Yes, core class, man, and I'm still amazed about this. You can see the chest looks good, the face sculpt looks amazing, the arms look incredible. You can even see the the little tank thingamajigs there, the wheels on the arms and all that. I don't remember if he had those on the movie. I had to go ahead and rewatch it to see it, but man, I honestly don't mind. They look fantastic in there, and you can see the legs, the feet, everything looks spot on. I mean, even the weapon looks good. You can see some nice sculpted in detail in there, some nice paint distribution. You can see some silver, you can see some purple, some black. So just overall, man, this guy looks 100% perfect. And for a comparison, so as you see what I'm talking about and why I'm so excited, this is the movie representation of Shockwave, and as you can clearly see, this pretty much is a copy and paste. The whole thing is perfect. The only thing that is kind of missing is the chest. It's supposed to be kind of, I don't know, like black plastic at the very least, not purple. But other than that, the whole thing is just amazing. It's perfect. Now, before we translate into the actual vehicle mode itself, let's go ahead and compare it with a couple of Autobots and Decepticons for the core class line. And I think this guy is joining the Hall of Fame because you can clearly see that he looks really good, and he deserves a spot on the best, or at the very least on the top 5 of the core class line. In my opinion, Soundwave is still the best core class figure because I'm a Soundwave fan. I'm kind of biased. I'm willing to admit that, but you can clearly see that all of them look accurate to the particular representations, the G1 and Transformers Bumblebee. Now, if you were to ask me for a really quick, honest top 5, I would have said Shockwave has to be the first one because it has more budget, it has more detail, it just has to be first. Sadly, Soundwave is the second, and then Megatron, and the fourth one, it has to be between Optimus and Starscream. I think they're both on the same level, but I don't know, you decide. But that's essentially the top 5 figures for the core class scale. I don't think Rattrap makes sense, Vertebrate no, and Dracodon hell nah. Like, those two are completely irrelevant. Now, for the vehicle mode, I think it's up for debate. Some people will like it, some people won't. In my opinion, it looks amazing. It still looks good. You can see the sculpted detail and the paint distribution translates beautifully into the actual vehicle mode itself. Obviously, it's a tank, and he displays that perfectly now. It kind of looks weird, but it's a Cybertronian vehicle mode, so that's why I'm mentioning that, you know, it's kind of 50-50. Some fans will like it and some fans don't. I am on the fans that completely love this mode, and you know, the robot mode looks amazing. What do you expect? Like this has to look, you know, kind of 50-50 if they wanted to expend that much budget on the robot mode. And remember, the version that we saw on the movie was the robot mode, not the tech mode, so that's why this kind of looks like crap. You know, for some people, you know, not me, just for some people. Now, the only con that I have with this figure is the back of the vehicle mode. As you can clearly see, the face goal is pretty much there staring at you. The front looks good, the sides of the vehicle mode looks good, from the top it looks amazing, everything looks, you know, up to charge, but just the back, man. I'm really hoping that you can go ahead and, you know, kind of rotate the face goal just to kind of, you know, make it a little bit better, but it still looks like crap. Like that back portion does not look good at all, and I'm really hoping you can rotate that face goal, man. I'm really hoping. Now, if you're curious like me and you want to know how he scales next to another core class vehicle mode, here is Megatron, and as you can clearly see, they're pretty much exactly the same scale. He is a little bit more longer due to his Cybertronian look, but you know, they're pretty much exactly the same on raw mode, and on vehicle mode they're exactly the same scale. That being said, I've been interested in the video. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm really interested to see and know your opinion on the subject, especially what you think about Shockwave. You're gonna go ahead and pick him up. What you think about the scale? Are you kind of disappointed that he's not a Voyager class, or you're patient like me and you're gonna go ahead and wait for that Voyager class? Now, I wanted to mention that I recently did a Soundwave video. If you want to go and see, you know, my thoughts on that, if you're interested, link is going to be in the description down below, as well as in the top right corner of this video. Another thing is that full credit goes to Prime vs. Prime. He is the one that reviewed the actual Shockwave, and that's why we all know now what he offers and what he brings to the table. So full shout out to him. The shout out as well is going to be in the description down below. Last time I completely forgot, I apologize, but now there's your shout out. But that's pretty much it for the whole thing. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, please leave a like. It really helps with your algorithm and helps my videos get out there in a while. So if you get anything, any value to make content, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. But this is pretty much it for Transformers series Bumblebee movie Core Class Shockwave.